Hi everyone, we are here with a very special person, Mr. Luca Barillaro. Mr. Luca has been part of many top players' teams. If you can share some experience, we are working with them.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, I have to say that with the use of artificial intelligence, now preparation has changed a lot in the last few years, and nowadays it's more job about statistics and preparation for certain lines and let's say that giving your player the right direction in the game is of great importance. And moreover, I think that recently the candidates showed how the preparation with the engines that use artificial intelligence is becoming more and more important, even if I think that in the end also the ability of the player not to feel too much pressure is equally important and crucial in order to win such strong tournaments. As we saw during candidates, I think Grandmaster Gukesh won and deserved the win because he showed how to come back, and he showed a great attitude, sporting attitude, and I think he has really good chances to win the match against Ding. Also, not only because of his play, but all his team with Grandmaster Gajewski and I think also Grandmaster and World Champion Anand will help him. So this will contribute for sure to give him also great confidence. And also I think that World Champion Anand will help him to keep the composure and to keep calm and to release nervous tension, which is always very important in such World Championship matches where tension is really high.
So Mr. Luca, we also got to know that you met Vishy Anand. Can you share your experience of meeting with him?
Yes, for sure. It was a great meeting. It was back in the days when Reggio Emilia Strong Tournament was held in 1991-92, so almost 30 years ago. And Vishy won the tournament, which was also named the second Soviet championship, because out of 10 players, nine players were Soviets. And Anand was the only one not from the former USSR. And nonetheless, Anand won in great fashion, even beating Kasparov. And after the tournament, I interviewed him for Inside Chess magazine, which was the American magazine directed by Grandmaster Sarah One. And he was, as usual, very humble, even if he won the strongest tournament at that time, a category 17 at that time. So it was my first meeting with him, but I was already sure that he had a great future ahead of him. And yeah, nowadays he's still playing very strongly, and so I think again he's a great force in chess, as a great commentator, great athlete, and he will able to give big help to Gukesh in the World Championship match.
We know that you are a very strong player yourself. You have a rating of over 2200. You also did some guest commentary at Sardinia World Chess Festival. It was a very strong event. Even still, we do not know as of now who is the champion. It seems like Daniel Darda, but we still have to wait for the tiebreaks. What would be your assessment of the entire field?
Well, it was a very strong field, a very interesting tournament that was decided in the very last round and in the very last minutes of the last round. Darda played a very good tournament, also Volodar Murzin, and we saw some pretty interesting chess in all the boards, I have to say. Also in the B tournament, won by one of the Botez sisters. And I think that overall the winners deserved the win. They showed very good chess, especially Shevchenko and Darda. And yes, it was a very hard tournament because 9 rounds with such a strong field, and yeah, it took all the winners a great effort to win the tournament. But again, I think that nowadays in chess what counts the most is not only preparation but also the ability to withstand the pressure. And this is something, for example, the great coach Ramesh teaches in his lessons, just to keep equilibrium and to keep calm and just to follow the tournament plan.
Speaking of Botez sisters, Alexandra Botez won the B category, and she not only just won, she finished 1.5 points ahead of others. And it is not every day we see a women winning an open tournament, even if it's a rating restricted one. So what would you have to say over her monumental win?
Well, I think that Alessandra showed very good chess, very practical. Even when in some games he was a little bit worse, she was able to fight and to keep the position, and she showed very good ideas, and so she totally deserved the win. But also Alessia Anatoli showed the Italian Polish player showed very good chess, maybe throwing away a couple of won games that instead she drew. But overall, it's a very good thing that we have women winning tournaments, because this contributes, of course, to popularize chess all over the world.
I found a ChessBase article back in 2015. It was about you. You were a part-time stock trader at that time. So can you tell us the readers and followers who missed that article at that time, what actually happened?
Yeah, it happened that because my job is I'm a trader in stock market since more than 20 years, and basically I apply the same principle of chess to trading in stock market and bond market. So of course when trading it's completely legal to use computers and algorithms, while in chess of course you cannot use during the game. But let's say that I apply this philosophy that once upon a time it was called advanced chess. This was an old tournament held in Leon in Spain, where players could use engines, but their last decision was the human decision. So the same goes with my trading philosophy and investing philosophy. I use algorithms, I use machines, but the final decision is mine, because my philosophy is that human plus machine is much better than only human or only machine. So what we did in 2015 with International Chess Federation and organizer Roberto Mograzzini is to organize a conference inside the building of Italian Stock Exchange in Milan, where we discussed the similarities between chess and finance, because maybe what few people know is that the mindset is pretty much similar. You have to prepare, you have to manage your risk every time, just over the chessboard and in financial markets. So the mindset is pretty much the same. It's not by chance that in many banks, in many investment funds, strong chess players work. So we organized this conference. We had pretty much decent success, and in the end a game between the Italian Stock Exchange CEO Raffaele Ierusalmi, who is anyway a candidate master, and Grandmaster Roberto Mograzzini was played and was broadcasted online, and yeah, it was fun, and we managed to raise awareness about the similarities between chess and finance, which are present until today, of course.
You mentioned that at that time there was a tournament where players were allowed to use computer engines, but the final decision were made by humans only. So do you think 9 years later in 2024 something like that can happen? I mean, obviously not rating tournament, but something like an exhibition event?
No, I think that nowadays engine, especially NNUE, so neural network engines, are too strong. So it would be very hard for human players, even for strong human players, to second guess computer choices. It was useful and interesting maybe 10 years ago when engines were not so strong in some positions. So very strong grandmaster and super grandmaster could second guess the machine advices and suggestions, but nowadays would be impossible, of course.
Well, you mentioned that you're a stock trader, so how do you stay attached with the chess universe these days? Like, do you play tournaments, do you train, or do you just study on your own? What do you do?
Well, I usually play occasionally some open, like last year I played in Belgrade Serbia Open. There was also a strong field of Indian players playing in Belgrade, and I played the Italian team championship. every year. And yeah, I like to train, I like to study, to keep me updated, because when I work in the teams of some strong players, you always have to be updated, not only on opening theory, but on the use of engines and the development of engines, how they can be used in preparation. And of course, I like to study and to be always, let's say, informed on recent development in chess, and that's why in the recent times I decided to study Grandmaster Ramesh DVD produced by ChessBase, and I find it really very interesting, because of course the theme is not new, nothing new under the sun, because it's about improving your chess pieces, the improving position of your chess pieces, so this is nothing new, but the way he explains how to improve pieces. So there are not many games in the DVD, but every game is treated for at least 25-30 minutes with real life examples. And this lets you fix all the chess ideas in an easier way. So you will remember what it teaches you, because you have real life examples. And I think this is a big plus, and this shows the greatness of Ramesh in being a coach, especially for young players.
What's next for you?
Well, now I have to go back in the office next week, so the holiday in Sardinia just ends today, but the plan is to play the European Team Championship with my club next October in Serbia, and to watch closely the World Championship match between Gukesh and Ding, for sure. It will be very interesting.
Which club would you play for in European Club Cup, and what's your prediction between Gukesh and Ding Liren?
I will play for my town, for Modena, which came third in the Italian Team Championship this year. And my idea regarding the World Championship match is that Gukesh is the favorite, and I think he will be new world champion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Luca, for your valuable time. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.